Hello everyone. Today we will do non-finite verbs. So, before I start non-finite verbs, I think I must tell you what are finite verbs so that it will be more clear to you. So, let us see what are finite verbs. A verb that changes according to the time of action, number of people doing the action, and the person doing the action is called a finite verb. See the examples. I go to school. I went to school. I am going to school now. I was going to school last morning. You can see in all the above sentences, the verb go has changed its form according to the time of action. So, it is a finite verb. Because the same verb has been taken go, but it has changed its form according to the time of action. Like first, I go to school. This is simple present tense. Then I went to school, simple past tense. I am going to school, present continuous. I was going to school, past continuous. So according to the time of action, the verb go has changed its form. So these are finite verbs. Now move on to the non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs that express action and they do not change their forms according to the tense or number of people doing the action or pronoun used as the subject. Examples: I like painting, he likes painting, she liked painting, they will like painting, we like painting. These are 5 examples. In all the above sentences, you can see the verb painting has not changed according to the number of people doing the action and person of pronouns. Such verbs are called non-finite verbs. There are 3 kinds of non-finite verbs. First is gerund, then number 2 is participle, and then infinitive. So we will do the infinitive. What are infinitives? Infinitives are to verb, means to will be added with the verb, then it will become infinitive. Gerund. What are gerunds? Gerunds are the ing form of the verb that functions sometimes as verbs and sometimes as noun. And participle are also the ing form of the verb, but they function sometimes like noun and sometimes as an adjective. Infinitives are also called to verb because they are always used as to plus verb. If they are without to, then they are called bare infinitives. Like, I want to try this recipe. Infinitive is there. Why? Because try is the verb and to has been added to it, so it is infinitive. Next example you can see, let me try this recipe. Let me try this recipe. In this sentence, before the verb try, to is not there. So this is bare infinitive. Now we will see what are the use of infinitives. How do we use infinitives? So, number 1, after modal auxiliaries such as shall, will, can, might, may, must, could, should, would, we use infinitives without to. That means if a sentence is having any modal auxiliaries, that means helping verb, then we need not add to in front of the verb. You can see in the example, he will come soon. Will is the modal auxiliary. So, before come we have not added to. She can sing nicely. Sing is the verb, but no to is added because can is there as auxiliary verb. You should consult a doctor. Should is the auxiliary verb, so before consult to is not added. You must leave this room. Must is the auxiliary verb, so before leave we have not added to. Now come to number B. The use of two infinitives with dare and need in sentences. It vary according to the positive and negative sentence. Just see. He dared to break the rules. This is a positive sentence. So before the verb break, we have added to. He dare not break the rules. This is a negative sentence. So no to has been added before the verb break. Next example with need. You need to come here. This is a positive sentence. So to has been added before the verb come. You need not come here is a negative sentence. So before the verb come, to has not been added. We use to in affirmative sentences and drop it in negative sentences. This is a point to be remembered. Now come to number C. We use the infinitives without to after these expressions like would rather, would sooner than, would rather, had better, and rather than. Example, she had better return my golf set in time. So, before return, no to has been added because had better expression is added. Number 2, I would rather finish the project by noon. In the same way, before finish, no to has been added because would rather expression is there. Number D. Two infinitives is also omitted when it is used after then and after but when the word but means except. Number 1 example, she can better dance than sing. So, before dance we have not added infinitive to because better is there. Number 2, the child did nothing but cry. Here also the but word has been used in the sense of except. So, no to has been added before the verb. Next, number E. To verb is also without to after modal auxiliaries. He can laugh loudly. So here also just before the verb we have not added to because modal auxiliary can is there. They may come today. So the modal auxiliary may is there. So before the verb come, no to has been added. Next use is for joining the sentences. Like she had no friends is the number 1 sentence. Number 2 sentence is she could not share her thought with anyone. These are the two different sentences to be joined with infinitive. So after joining, I have written it, she had no friends to share her thought. So this is the infinitive form to share which has added both these two sentences together. Next, she writes short stories and poems. This is her hobby. These are the two different sentences added with an infinitive verb, that is to write. Her hobby is to write short stories and poems. You can see the meaning of all these sentences means after adding the sentence and before it has added, meaning is the same but in a very magical way they have been added with infinitives. Next kind is gerund. What are gerunds? Gerunds are the ing form of the verb that functions as noun. Example, Jogging is good for physical fitness. See, in this example, jogging is a verb, but in this sentence it is working as a noun. So it is a gerund. Sometimes this gerund acts as verb with its same ing form, such as he was not interested in hunting. In the above sentence, hunting is used as a gerund. Hunting word is as a gerund. Why? Because it is in the verb form. Both are having the ing form, jogging as well as hunting. But jogging is used as a noun and hunting has been used as a verb. Now its third kind is participle. An ing form of verb, when acts as an adjective, it is called participle. Example, I want to buy a dancing doll. See, it is also an ing form, but it is an adjective. It is working as an adjective, so it is participle. What are adjectives? Adjectives are the describing word, the word which says something about the noun or pronoun. So in the sentence, I want to buy a dancing doll, doll is the noun and dancing is the adjective. So it is the ing form, but it is working as an adjective, so it is participle. She has put baking soda in the mixture. In the above sentence, baking is used as an adjective, so it is a participle. Now come to the next part, that is kinds of participle. It has also two kinds. Present participle, which is formed by adding ing to the root form of the verb. As I have explained to you in the above example, dancing doll, it is the present participle. Next is past participle. It is formed by the past form of the verb V2 form, like it ed or en to be added with the main verb. Example, the decorated shop was inaugurated yesterday. So in this sentence, shop is the noun and decorated is the adjective, but it is in with ed form and past form, so it is past participle.